welcome to another episode of Pond Bassmaster. Today I'm going to talk about a relatively new lure that I think a lot of people have heard of before, but they don't know how to use it. That lure would be the Underspin. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard of this because Randy Howell last year won the Bassmaster Classic on this lure, and I think that's why a lot of people kind of went out and got one, or went out and see what all the buzz was about. But I think a lot of people don't know how to quite work these the right way. This is an Excite Baits XB360. If you guys want to get into underspin fishing, pick up this. If you've heard of the fish head spin, I think this is better just because of the hook keeper and the actual hook itself. Or I'm sorry, the trailer keeper. All the terminal tackle about this is just a lot better than the fish head spin. It's a lot nicer, comes in a couple different colors, and the hook is a lot beefier and a lot stronger and a lot sharper. But anyways, when I'm fishing a fish head spin or an underspin or an XB360, there's two sizes I like to stick to. I like to stick to the 1/4 ounce and the 1/2 ounce. As you can see, there's a pretty big size difference there, and you'll probably see it like up here or over here somewhere. But it's really a preference. I like fishing the 1/2 ounce when I'm fishing really deep water, such as when I'm fishing ledges and lakes, or I'm fishing points or something like that. Basically, when I'm on a boat fishing lakes, I'm going to be fishing the 1/2 ounce. When I'm on a pond, I'm going to be fishing the 1/4 ounce. And basically, these are deep water lures. The only reason I'd fish a 1/4 ounce in a pond is because a pond's usually shallower than a lake. And what I'm going to be doing when I'm fishing in a pond is I'm going to be fishing this in the deepest water in the pond in the cold water months. I like fishing an underspin in November, and then the ice freezes, and then I like fishing it the first month or so after the ice thaws, kind of as a search bait, not necessarily a search bait, kind of a bait to key in on the fish once you find them. And I'm going to cast it into the middle or the deepest part of that pond, and I'm going to slow roll it along the bottom, almost as if you were slow rolling a spinner bait, and you're just kind of going to slow roll it so this blade is just slowly churning, and sometimes you're bumping it into rocks on the bottom and stuff. Sometimes you're even just sweeping your rod and just bringing this really slowly along the bottom. And then when I'm fishing lakes, I'm going to do the same thing. It's just going to be deeper water. I'm going to be fishing ledges, I'm going to be fishing drop-offs, and I'm just going to be slow rolling this thing on the bottom. When it comes to trailers, I like to stick to 3 different kinds of trailers. The first one would be a fluke. This is a super fluke. I prefer the regular flukes as a trailer, and I also prefer the white color. I need to restock on these, so that's why I'm showing you this one. It's a super fluke. I like if you're looking for a good cold water trailer, get a Zoom fluke in a white color. But basically, I like fishing a fluke style trailer in December and the first week after the ice thaws, and then I like to switch it up to a swim bait trailer, like a Kitech or a Berkeley Havoc Grass Pig. And then another trailer that I think is underrated that I really like to use is a grub. A bigger size grub is also a really good underspin trailer. So when it comes to rod, reel, and line, I have 2 different setups that you can throw an underspin on. Basically, you can throw an underspin on any of your rod and reel setups and be successful with it. I have a 1/2 ounce Excite Baits XB360 rigged up on my Halo Fishing Twilight series rod. It's a 7-foot medium. This is my favorite setup to throw an underspin on, just because I think the medium power gives the fish a little bit more leverage, and usually in the cold water months, those fish aren't going to be pulling quite as hard. So, and they're also going to be a little bit more lethargic, a little bit more sensitive. So when they bite that lure and they immediately feel a really stiff rod, when they feel your rod's really stiff, a lot of the times they're going to let go. But when you have more give to your rod, like a medium power rod or a cranking rod, you just kind of swing into them. You don't necessarily set the hook really hard, but you do have to set the hook. It's kind of in between like a jig and in between a sweeping crankbait. It's kind of in the middle. And I like this setup because I like fishing it in clear water. So I have 12-pound fluoro clear on this, and the reel is a quantum octane. When I'm fishing an underspin, I like a 6-speed or a 5-speed gear ratio reel. Again, I'm going to be fishing these really, really slow. So I like this setup. And then the other one I like, sometimes when I'm fishing an underspin and different situations, or I would rather throw a crankbait on that rod, I'll put it on this rod, which is a spinnerbait rod. Denny Brauer Pro Series spinnerbait rod, 7'2", medium heavy. Ardent Apex Tournament, 6.3 to 1, 6.5 to 1 gear ratio. I think it's 6.5 to 1 gear ratio. So I really like this setup too. And then the line is 40-pound gliss, similar to 30-pound braid, but it's a little bit stronger. So when I'm fishing stained water and a little bit warmer water, I'll usually put it on this setup. But those are the two setups I like to fish an underspin on. If you guys have any more questions about underspins, leave them in the comment section below. Also, if you guys have any other questions in general, leave them in the comment section below. Please give this video a thumbs up. I'm kind of wanting to see, you know, I like seeing support on my channel. It motivates me to make more videos. So leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video.